tuned in to Bulldog 580 Sports.
All right, welcome Bulldog 580 Sports Chat. It's just Max and I today.
What's up?
We got nuns of no people watching. Cheers to them. Let's see.
Well, you know, you just now put it up. We'll see what happens.
Just now put up what?
The fact that we're on.
Oh, it ain't gonna change. I could see the number. Oh, Max disappeared. Uh-oh. He done kicked himself off. Good job, Max. Good job. He's trying to join again.
So we can start over, I think, maybe.
No,
it wasn't shitty internet. It's a shitty computer work. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it was shitty computer work. Clicked the wrong window when I didn't tell you because I was gonna add a Facebook on there that we're doing it. See what happens. See if we can get anybody.
You're saying it was operator error, not computer.
Start the podcast. Yeah, killing. As soon as I clicked it, I was like, "Oh shit!"
All right, so baseball opening day yesterday. We had the Sweet 16 started yesterday. Illinois won. Kind of shocked on that one. The Cubs lost in a good game.
Facebook taking for, of course.
All right, you ready? Let's see.
What did we do? Yeah, whatever.
Hall of Fame or Hall of Very Good, good or okay? Because, yeah,
baseball opening day. Mariners lost.
Hey, welcome to the club. So do the Cubs. All right. Who do we want? First name.
So speaking of other baseball news, what do you think of that Shohei Ohtani, real quick? What do you think on that? What's your thoughts on that?
Dude, there ain't no way he was not betting, is what I think. I mean, that's.
I don't think it's all him, but I don't think he's 100% innocent either, though.
No, he's not 100% innocent, dude. They found a fall guy.
As Trevor Bauer still sits out.
Yeah, and he ended up being cleared.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As Trevor Bauer sits out and is not pitching in the major leagues, but yet you're gonna allow Shohei Ohtani to continue to play after he's gambled.
Well,
with Pete Rose getting the fucking Hall of Fame. That's what I'm saying. When is Pete Rose getting the Hall of Fame then?
Pete Rose should already be in the Hall of Fame.
Shohei, right, exactly. That's what I feel the same way. I don't think that what he did was right, but he's served his punishment. He has had his punishment, especially now that gambling is legal.
And Manfred is going to have that's his name, I think.
Yeah, it is.
This Ohtani thing really could define his commissionership or whatever you want to call it.
His legacy.
I mean, there's no way he's not guilty.
Yeah, he can't be squeaky clean in this one. It's too weird.
The only positive thing they got going is they're acting like they don't understand English at all.
Okay, but you know that the gambling part in like whatever orientation that they have to get into every year, they talk about you can't fucking gamble. You can't. That's the biggest no is gambling.
Yeah.
I don't care what language. They're gonna make sure at least he understands that very well. He can't
No,
he
Tommy
can't
did
turn
do it
the
pretty
oh I didn't understand. He
He
can't
did it
pull
pretty
it, dude.
smart.
There's
Hey, I'm
no
gonna blame my interpreter. He didn't tell me the right thing.
oh fucking ain't right. First thing I would have done too, in that sense. But again, him coming back and saying that, oh, I didn't know I can't gamble. That's I haven't heard him say that. But if that's what he goes with, is I didn't understand. Oh bullshit! You didn't understand, dude. You know you couldn't gamble, and you did.
Yeah,
In my opinion.
the MLB.
Now I don't know the facts, but
They came out
if it looks like a
yesterday
bird,
and said should be a short investigation.
it should be pretty cut and dried. Exactly.
Well, it's going to be a short
Because
investigation.
the interpreter's already been changing his story a bunch too.
Right, but how's it going to be short? And Trevor Bauer, who had just some nasty, raunchy, hardcore sex with his lady, that had
Who was
they had to investigate that for years.
basically a gold digging groupie.
Yeah. Then you got Wonder Franco, who's still under administrative leave. He's still getting paid, and he's got
I was wondering about
14-year-old
that. Yeah.
scandal, which I mean, hey, he should not be playing, but
well, and that's where
a short investigation.
And that's where one of the ones that I sent you today for Hall of Very Good or Hall of Fame is being blackballed at this point. Yeah. But we'll get to that one if we have time.
So we already kind of covered it. Pete Rose, Hall of Fame.
Oh heck yeah, definitely. He's done his time. He's a career hits leader. I mean, how can he not be in the Hall of Fame? That just doesn't make any sense.
Hey, we got a viewer. We got one viewer.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show, Mr. or Mrs. One Viewer.
I'm sure it's probably Jeff.
All right. Hall of Fame, Hall of Very Good, or okay. First name.
Or okay.
I'll let you go with this one. Sean Kemp.
Sean Kemp. Well, hey, I sent you graphics.
Yeah, I haven't looked at them.
Did you not get my graphics? I sent you graphics, man.
Oh, I'm sure email. I did,
Check
but
your
I didn't
email.
look at them.
Check your email. They're beautiful. Okay. All right. So, yeah, if you can pull that up for me there, producer, that'd be great.
All right, let me see. Which email do you send it to?
Wherever you send this one from.
I don't know where it comes from.
Let me see. Yeah, probably put it over here.
Okay.
Don't fuck with the live stream.
Sunday's link. Okay. Let me try this one. Maybe it's under this one.
It came from.
Don't say it out loud.
Salai 3.
Oh, I said don't say it out loud. This one
xmail.com.
now knows my email. God, I'm gonna get hacked now, motherfucker.
Bro, I switched it up. You didn't even hear.
I know. I was talking over you because I knew you were gonna say it no matter what.
You're funny. The one person now has it. Oh my God, you're gonna be hacked. It's all over now.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at graphics. Yeah, I ain't got time to email them into here and upload it, but I'm looking at them. Pretty interesting.
All right, well then give me a second because I got to pull those up because that's where all my talking points are there. I don't remember all that shit. I'm too old.
So then why'd you send it to me if you needed it?
Because you were gonna put them up on the screen and we could talk about it. Screen.
Losing
was my thought process.
Losing
Look at us talking over this thing. That's awesome.
All right, I'm closing.
Our one viewer.
Oh, I got two comments.
I will be better next time. I won't trust Eric to have my graph ready.
What up, fellas? I guess I'm gonna have to go into the group and see who this is.
All right, so Kip.
Comments.
Hey, yeah,
Mr. Bartos, that's who it is.
Yeah, people.
Yeah, new podcast. Yeah, we've been knocking your lions for a while. Just kidding, not yet.
Brand new Lions.
All right. Sean Kemp, get to your stuff. Come on.
Okay. I'm working on it, man. My computer's slow. But he was very good in the beginning of his career. But the lockout pretty much killed his career. He was never the same after he left Seattle. But he was I think 5-time All-Star. Averaged about 18 points a game for his career. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame just due to the fact that he was so dominant during the years that he was early in his career, and then just kind of put it on coast mode after he left Seattle. But I still think, personally, I think Hall of Famer, but that's just the green, Seattle Sonics. Oh, wait, over here. Seattle Sonics. That's what
I'm going to say no on Sean Kemp.
Because
I think he was Hall of Good.
And why is that?
He just didn't sustain long enough. But if he's going to get in the Hall of Fame, the basketball one is pretty damn easy to get into.
Right, and that's why I even went with that, because the basketball is a joke. But
I mean,
if they would have won the title against the Bulls in '96, I know
if they would have,
for candies, not Merry Christmas, but
I think
if we would have beat the Bulls in '96, would you consider him very good?
I think it would have showed better on Gary Payton than it would.
Oh, you're even putting him out of the Hall of Very good.
If he would have won the title, yes. Winning that championship would, like I said, would have showed more for Gary Payton, Sean Kemp. To me,
it definitely would help the resume, though.
All right.
So yeah, I mean it's
we'll stick with another basketball one, and it's one this guy might get in. I don't think so. I think he's Hall of Very Good. I would have loved to seen his whole career if it weren't for injuries. And I know that's a tough one. But Patrick Waugh's
exactly. And again, the only reason Brandon Roy, yeah, it was a good one. The thing about Brandon Roy is it was only like a 5-year career, but he changed the game. He was very dominant during those times, and the Blazers did fairly well. I mean, they didn't make the finals, I don't think, if I remember right. They didn't, but Kobe Bryant said Brandon Roy was the toughest guard in the league at the time, but his knees were gone by the time he even got to the pros. He had knee problems in college. Coming from high school, he had knee problems. But Brandon Roy, I mean, again, it's the NBA Hall of Fame. They do whatever they want. But I would say no, just because the career was so short. But it also is the Basketball Hall of Fame. It's not the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame. So I think they look at your whole career, because Bill Walton's a Hall of Famer, for crying out loud. And Bill Walton was Mr. fucking Glass his whole career.
Yeah, I mean, he may make it, but he's one I would have loved to have seen his whole career. He was a great ball player, but it was just a short time.
Yeah, too short, honestly.
Now, definitely he should be in the Hall of Fame over Greg Oden if we want to talk about Trailblazers, contenders.
Right. Did you see he's playing in the Big Three?
Brandon Waugh?
Yeah. No. Greg Oden. Funny enough.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think he could like walk. Honestly, I thought they broke him like in college before that, because he had leg problems in college too, I thought.
Well, is the Big Three like half court? I've never watched a game.
Yeah, it's 3-on-3 half court.
So he don't have to walk so much.
Or quarter court.
Oh, it's like street ball.
Right. So yeah, maybe he just stands in the paint. I don't know. Kind of, but I guess like internationally now they play 3-on-3 as well, like in the Olympics, I guess.
Yeah, I was reading something about that. There's going to be a 3-on-3 in the Olympics. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I just learned about that just the other day when I was looking into that whole uh Caitlin Clark getting offered $5 million. But I watched one of the seasons of that Big Three. I mean, I like it. It's pretty good because it's just a lot of like washed up guys. You know what I'm saying? That, they're done in the league, but they still got enough fucking use to still play.
Is it better than what was that slam ball with the trampolines? You remember
It's
that?
way better than slam ball. Way better. Yeah, I liked slam ball too. By the way, I thought that was pretty good, but it's way better than that. Yes.
Yeah, well, that wasn't really basketball. That was trampoline ball.
It was fun though.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was entertaining. We were just talking about that the other day. Slam ball.
All right, let's see. Hey, look, another one from up in your area. Switching leagues here.
Oh, who's this one? All right.
Pete Carroll.
I think yes. But again, that's just me being a homer because I love Pete Carroll. But I think he's in the Hall of Fame. I mean, where am I? Okay, see, I got my slides.
Do you think he'd be NFL Hall of Fame,
So,
NCAA? What do you think?
Not in the NCAA because he cheated, or he was the coach of the Reggie Bush, which again, Reggie Bush should.
Well, and you know what?
Should
Now
he have
that's all
Heisman?
wood.
What do you think
Give
about
Reggie
that one?
his trophy back because now they're getting paid for it.
Fuck yes, he deserves his trophy back. But what's going on with that is the Heisman people basically said they'll give Reggie his Heisman back, but the NCAA has to put his stats back in for the season because they can't. The Heisman people are saying, look, he didn't have any stats that season. How can we give him a Heisman trophy? So if the NCAA reinstates his stats now that the NIL's in, they'll give him his Heisman. But the NCAA is not going to do that because they're a bunch of fucking communists.
Who has the physical trophy? Does Bush have it?
The Heisman Memorial. No, the Heisman Memorial has it.
Oh, he gave it back?
No, they took it.
Like they broke in his house and took it?
Well, I don't think it's like that, but they took his Heisman from him. He doesn't have the Heisman.
Oh, well, I guess he can't say he has it.
Right. Exactly.
So Pete Carroll,
and that's I mean okay, hold on. I got my graphics up now. So, or at least on my side here. So Pete Carroll, in the NFL, he had a 58% winning percentage, 60% winning percentage with the Seahawks. But in New England, the Jets, it was horrible. But at USC, his winning percentage was 84%, 97 and 19. But again, that doesn't count for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's why, again, 60% winning percentage is pretty darn good. So, I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. Pete Carroll, man.
I would agree with you on that. I mean, yeah, he sucked at the beginning, but he turned around and he turned it around. I mean, yeah, he went to Seattle. He won a Super Bowl there.
But we were dog shit when he got there.
Would Russell Wilson have been Russell Wilson back then if not for Pete Carroll and vice versa?
Definitely, he wouldn't be. He wouldn't be even close to where he is. He let him get away with a lot because he was a very good player. But I have no problems with that.
When you look at what
do I want Russell Wilson back? Fuck no.
You look what went on with Pete Carroll when you got your the Legion of Boom and all the drafting and the moves they made. And he did well with that team for it was a long while. They were very good. I would say Pete Carroll, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Let's see. Staying with that team, we got good old Skittles.
Marshawn Lynch. Now, my thought is he got over 10,000 yards for his career, and he averaged 4.3 yards a carry, and with about it's about 105 total touchdowns. I think Hall of Famer. He was our offense that year that we won the Super Bowl, and without whoever effed up the call, he should have been the Super Bowl MVP of the one that we lost to New England, but somebody effed up. One of these podcasts, I'll tell you some stories that have come out recently about that play that are kind of local. So they didn't get a lot of national attention. So one of these times I'll go through some of those stories. Pretty interesting.
I think Marshawn is borderline Hall of Very Good and Hall of Fame. I mean, dude was a beast when he went into beast mode. But I think a lot of his antics are going to keep him out.
Right. I definitely think the antics are a part of it. Well, and the long hair, a little crazy.
I don't think his hair has anything to do with it. The dude's nickname was Skittles. That alone should help him get in.
Beast mode. But see, it's things like that. You look at the runs.
Sorry, I had to refresh.
Oh, you're good. I definitely think Hall of Fame. Again, especially looking at the numbers, the rushing numbers. He's like, I want to say number 15, but again, you get over 10,000 yards. That's a lot.
That is a lot, but not today's offensive orientated game. I mean, and he played when offenses started booming.
Right. This is true.
Now, if he were to get 10,000 yards like right now, with the way it's all passing and everything, I think it'd be different. But
yeah, well, looking at Derrick Henry's numbers today, that's what I was like, what? I thought he had more yards than that. I didn't realize he was that far down on the list.
Well, I was looking at that list and I did see Matt Forte has more than Henry. I was like, dang, he's up there pretty good.
Yeah, in the 30s. I mean, that's not bad.
And Forte didn't play very long. I don't think much longer than 10 years.
All right. I know. Yeah. But another funny story about Derrick Henry that let's get through the Hall of Fame first, and then we can get to maybe a couple of funny stories at the end. But
that's pretty good. Okay, so Marshawn Lynch, you said yes. I said borderline.
With the second Super Bowl puts him in, right?
Possibly.
I had another one.
I will tell you this. I would take Marshawn over Ricky Williams.
Okay. Well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. See, there you go. Made you happy a little bit. All right, the next one, same sport, same position, has one of the most iconic football cards. I want to say it was 1989 score.
Yep. That was the backdrop of. It was the backdrop
you sent, but I don't think he'll sign those cards. When you go to an autograph with him, I don't think he signs them. I'm pretty sure he does not sign those.
That's the coolest picture ever.
So there it is. Bo Jackson.
I definitely think he deserves to be in one of the Hall of Fames. He was the greatest athlete to ever play sports. The only person he was the only person to ever be a Major League Baseball All-Star game and the Pro Football All-Star game. Only person ever.
So you said greatest athlete. You think he was a better athlete than Jim Thorpe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's nobody better than Bo Jackson. In my opinion, there's nobody better than Bo Jackson. There isn't. The things that man used to do was insane.
No,
Look at that.
agree.
He broke a bat over his head, bro. He broke a bat over his head because he's so freaking strong.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing. But his injury, and I remember watching that game when he got hurt.
The hip drop? Yeah,
Bengals.
the hip drop tackle, right? Wasn't it?
Was it a hip drop? I know it was a sideline.
I don't remember. Right, exactly. Crazy it might have been. I'll have to look at that later.
And,
go ahead, sorry.
I remember watching it, and I'm like, man, that's nothing major. Didn't think that'd be the last football game he ever played.
Right. But when you look back at it, it was pretty bad. You could see the hip pop out. You know what I'm saying? When it extends all weird.
Yeah, I haven't looked that close at it. I think if he had a couple more years, yes, Hall of Fame for pro football. And this one's hard. I mean,
he has
the NCAA at the very least, and he may already be in that one.
He is in the NCAA Hall of Fame. He has more yard. He had better stats than your boy, Gil Sayers. His numbers are all better than Gil Sayers. I don't mean to be an ass, but
hey, you never said Gil Sayers was my boy. I mean, he was good. And Gil Sayers was the first one to get in on that short term. If that's the case, maybe he is deserving in. I'm not saying the dude's not. It's just his career in both sports could have been amazing.
Gil Sayers is the closest one to really compare him to.
Do you now look at him at baseball side? Because he did come back and he played baseball with the artificial hip. Hall of Fame in there?
Right. But did not become a. No, his counting numbers aren't good enough. Didn't play long enough. That's the thing with Bo Jackson is we didn't see him for long enough. That hip injury just derailed his career really.
No, it did. And
gosh, I wish I could find.
He's definitely deserving.
That's what I mean. It's like it
sucks.
Right.
It's kind of like Terrell Davis.
Just for being
Terrell Davis making in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, I'm pretty sure he did. I'm 98% sure he did.
Oh, I'm gonna have to Google this. You're making me pull a Max here and Google it.
Do it. Yeah, because I'm looking for all because I have talking points to all this stuff here. Just wish I knew what I did with them.
Yeah, 2017. Okay, if Terrell Davis is, then Bo Jackson should be. Plain and simple. I know Terrell Davis won 2 championships. Sometimes the Hall of Fame isn't all about a championship, I mean, that's how I think about it. Football's all about championships. A little bit. Well, basketball, they'll take anybody almost. Baseball is stats. It's career stats. Hall of Fame is what did you do to help change the game?
Yeah, exactly. It's all about.
That includes, it does include part of the championships, but stats is a part of it.
Yeah. And baseball's big on the counting numbers or the counting stats.
And see, in baseball's one, and we're about to get up into that one pretty good here in a minute.
We're about to right.
The way they look at stuff now, for contracts and everything, I'm like, dude, I'm not paying you $30 million for 20 home runs a year. Fuck off. Bryce Harper.
Right.
All right.
Bryce, come on now. You don't like Bryce Harper?
I think he's an above average player. I ain't gonna lie. Is he worth the amount of money he's getting? I mean, look at what players were making.
I don't think he's worth what he's no.
They're making too much for not enough. I mean, hell, look at Kyle Schwarber. Dude has power. He might hit the McGuire line of 200.
right?
All right, here we go. Here we go. Next one. Another one. This one's up in your area. King Felix, which I just sold a signed baseball of his.
Oh, I definitely. I don't think he's gonna make it. It's just counting numbers. Because he was amazing as a pitcher here for the Mariners on some horrible effing teams.
Yes,
And,
you're right. You're right.
I mean, but he was dominant. I mean, he really was. But just doesn't have the counting numbers.
He
On a side note, I saw a meme the other day. Greg Maddux had like three. He got like the 3-0, like 90 or like 396 times. And from 3-0, he only walked 19 batters or something like that his whole career when he got to a 3-0 count. Greg Maddux is the greatest pitcher ever.
What was that? A 76 pitch complete game or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, pitchers.
The guy was an alien.
Pitchers nowadays get off too easy.
In my opinion, that's what's part of the problem with this arm shit is they don't pitch enough.
You know, I think I know the Rangers,
and I know it's the opposite way of thinking.
No, you may be right, but I'm looking at the Rangers. They just won the World Series when Nolan Ryan was their CEO or whatever he was with them, vice president. He told the pitchers, "You're going 7 innings." What was that? 2015, 2014, those time frames. And look how good that pitching staff was, and They didn't have the greatest names. He made them pitch.
They had Garrett Cole, didn't they?
Garrett Cole. No.
Yeah, was he on those teams? Oh, okay.
Garrett Cole's on Houston. But I honestly think King Felix was, I would say very good. If he was on a better team, he probably puts up better wins. I mean, hell, he won the Cy Young with 12 wins? I mean, that's impressive with 12 wins. But if he's on better teams, he gets more wins, which will probably get him in. Yeah,
he just didn't have the counting stats. And the end of his career was he almost fell off a cliff too. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and that happens to some players. You know, I mean, are we going to see a 300-game winner again? That used to be the mark for a pitcher to get in the Hall of Fame. I think Verlander's the closest.
See, that's what I was going to say too. Is you think so?
I don't think Scherzer will. Verlander's close.
Yeah, and Verlander's still going pretty strong too.
Yeah, he's supposed to miss, I think, the first couple weeks of the season. But
yeah,
what's the benchmark
bunch
for
of
a
them
pitcher now? You know, the WAR and all that other crap. You know, the biometrics.
We don't really have one. I mean, because there hasn't been any pitchers really, that have gone through this era of biometrics and all this other stuff.
Yeah, so biometrics killed 300-game winners, 3,000 strikeouts. I mean, hell.
Did Randy get 3,000 strikeouts?
Did who?
Randy Johnson.
I think he's got over 5,000. I think he's number 2 or 3 in the list.
That's true. He is pretty high. I don't think he got Nolan because Nolan pitched for too long.
Well, that brings up another deal. I mean, look how long Nolan Ryan pitched. I want to say he threw 100 miles an hour on his last pitch.
I don't know about that, but he was still one of the strongest arms in the league when he retired.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you've got, you know, what is the bar for a pitcher now? Hey, I
look at Strasburg.
Huh?
Look at Strasburg. He's done. The kid's done. And all they've done is
no discussion. Huh? Strasburg, not a Hall of Famer.
No, not even close. No. Unfortunately. I mean, the guy was a great pitcher, but he couldn't stay healthy because they kept babying him. In my opinion, they babied the kid.
Yeah, they do baby a lot of them. You know, they're getting Tommy John surgeries, you know, constantly. And it's like, well, what are you doing wrong? You know,
right. There's something not right.
You know,
but at the same time, but at the same time, you know, word around the campfire is you get Tommy John surgery and your arm's better than it was before.
Well, Ohtani just had his second one?
Yeah, and he's supposed to pitch next year. To me, that's insane.
Yeah, I mean,
how long are you gonna let the guy pitch? I mean, I guess they're gonna let him pitch until his arm falls off, and just make him a DH because it's really what he already is.
Well, that's what he's doing this year. So you know, you're gonna have pitchers a 200-win career. Is that going to be Hall of Fame now? If that's the case, how many guys should be in if you're looking at that metric?
Oh gosh, a ton. Well, see, like I said, I had some other notes here that I can't find right now, but like Felix Hernandez. Oh, funny, that's what it was. It was like, war-wise, Felix Hernandez and Jamie Moyer are exactly the same. It's at 50.
Jamie Moyer, he had over 200 wins.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like Felix Hernandez and Jamie Moyer's like counting stats, pretty close.
So okay, you know what? We're gonna do the Google on Jamie Moyer here. Maybe my phone works.
Yeah, do it.
Now, granted, dude allowed a lot of home runs.
Well, yeah. Well, but he also pitched for 20 plus, well over 20 years.
Yeah, so his WAR was 49.8. Dude had 269 wins. He had a horrible ERA.
Who, Jamie Moyer?
Yeah, 4.25.
Yeah, he slogged through some reliever years here in Seattle.
You know,
where he wasn't very good. Yeah.
Well, actually, with Seattle, he had 145 wins. His ERA with Seattle
he was here for a long time.
You know, so if you're lowering that bar, is Jamie Moyer in now? If that's what they're going to look at, then he probably should be. You know, I think he contemplated keeping.
Yeah, they're going to have to change that, or you're never going to get another pitcher in the Hall of Fame.
You know, I mean, how many pitchers? Oh God, remember? What was it 88, 89, or 90? Bob Welch, 27 wins.
What? No, I don't remember that. Really?
Yeah. He was with the A's. I followed the A's a lot.
Okay, but they were good back then.
Well, you know why I followed them? Jose Canseco.
That's what I'm saying. They were good back then. Going to the fucking World Series.
Yeah, let me pull this stuff up here. What year was that? Now, hell, Bob Welch had 211 wins and an ERA better than Jamie Moyer. His WAR, 43.7. Okay, right here.
Yeah, see, down there on the WAR.
1990, he was 27-6.
27-6?
Yes.
And for the Doyers, right?
For the
Doyers? Oh, for the A's. Sorry, that's right, A's.
Now
he did pitch for the Dodgers, though, didn't
he? He did fall off the cliff after that, but
right. Well, he's probably using that spider tack that year, because there's some pitcher like the Cy Young winner from 79 or 78, somewhere around there, was some dude that was like fucking bum, but for 1 year he fucking won a Cy Young. And they said that he was fucking.
I think it was.
Yeah, I don't remember his name off the top of my head. I thought it was Pittsburgh. I wanted to say. But you might be right with Detroit. But yeah, he was a bum, and then all of a sudden he fucking wins the Cy Young.
We're going to let our 0 viewers check that out.
Yeah, put it down in the comments for us.
I typed in 0 viewers. Detroit Tigers, Cy Young. Denny McClain. Is that who you're talking about?
Was it him? No, Danny McClain was pretty good, I thought.
I don't know. I thought that's who you're talking about. Oh, it looks like Max Scherzer
Hold on.
with him. Yeah, let me look up Max Scherzer.
He's still got some years on him, I think. He hasn't had a Tommy John, has he?
No, well, he's 39.
Pitchers pitch until their 40s. Easy 40s.
Well, if he's going to do it. Now, his WAR is 75. Is that the metric to get you in? But he's only got 214 wins. That's less than
Scherzer?
Jamie Moyer. Yeah, Scherzer.
What about what you got it up? What's Maddox at? Where's Maddox?
Maddox is over 300 wins.
No, not WAR.
I don't know. Hold on. I'm looking at something on Scherzer here.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Now, Scherzer is over 3,000 strikeouts, but, 214 wins.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, If he's closer, then I could say, yeah.
Yeah, 200 wins might be the new benchmark, though.
Damn, Greg Maddux is 57 years old. Just throw that out there to our no viewers.
57, gosh. I remember watching Greg Maddux, man. That guy was amazing.
Maddox's WAR was 106.6.
See, yeah, he's up in the top 10, isn't he?
355 wins, 316 ERA.
If he's not in, he deserves to be in my opinion.
Well, no, dude, Maddox.
I think he is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in already.
His
strikeouts. Glavin's in too.
Yeah, Glavin's in. Schmaltz is in. He had 3,300 strikeouts. So Scherzer has got strikeouts to Hall of Fame worthy. Right. He doesn't have wins.
But I don't think
games started for Maddox. 740 games.
Knocked half of the tails though.
740?
740 games started.
How does that stack up against other pitchers, though?
I'm comparing to Max Scherzer right now.
Your man, Max.
I'm pulling a Max.
Yep.
Really, it's not going to show me. Scherzer, 448. Okay, look at innings. Look at innings pitched. Maddox is 5,008. Scherzer's at 2,834.
They just don't pitch.
Huh?
I said they just don't pitch. It's the new wave of thinking. But I'm all for player safety, but I'm all for let's look at the trends here. You pitch these guys less, the more and more these guys are hurting their arms and not pitching very long.
No. Oh, and I got to throw on the side. I got to do this. You know what? Pitchers used to throw on 4 days rest, 3 days rest.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't have as many injuries. Your arm was loose. Just go. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah. We got our sidetracked big time.
Here's mine. Hall of Famers, steroid players from MLB. What do you think?
Oh, as a blanket?
I mean, should they all be in? Because a lot of them are Hall of Fame worthy when you look at their stats in Major League Baseball.
No, exactly.
Stats.
Right. My thing is again, because I watched a video about this the other day. Like somebody having like the opposite side of the argument. If you look at guys that have tested positive for PEDs on the baseball list, it's like 75 people, and it's none of the guys that are Hall of Fame worthy. Barry Bonds isn't on that list. Mark McGwire's not on that list. Rafael Palmeiro, even though I hate that guy, he's not on the list. Most of the guys that have popped for PEDs for Major League Baseball are little guys that are trying to probably get injuries to heal faster. It's not guys that have popped huge for home runs and things like that. It's like middle infielders. It's crazy. So, in my opinion, yes, it was part of baseball.
Oh yeah, it was, and I want to say more pitchers have been popping than hitters.
Yes, that is an argument. Yes, that is an argument as well. So again, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, Rafael, Sammy Sosa. Not that Sammy Sosa is a Hall of Famer. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they never popped for PEDs.
I'm looking at the. These weren't the only ones doing it. We know there was other people doing it. To me, it was a level playing field.
So how can you catch them with hot piss?
That's what I'm saying.
That's how you would, in my opinion, get. Obviously get caught.
Yeah, A-Rod got caught. He had to miss a year. Dude had 696 home runs, dude. He's not the most likable guy, but neither is Barry Bonds.
That's why Barry's not in. That would be.
You're breaking
that's
up
one
again.
thing. If Barry Bonds was a likable guy, they don't want to put Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. There's something about the Bonds name that's the baseball doesn't like. Because Bobby Bonds doesn't seem very well liked by the baseball media. If I'm not mistaken, Bobby Bonds is the Hall of Famer either.
Bond. Barry Bonds, to me,
there's something about that name. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, some old weird shit.
I think Barry did get blackballed a little bit at the end of his career. I mean, what was he, 44 and a free agent, and nobody wanted to sign him? But
he definitely did. Nobody would sign him for the league minimum. He just wanted to play baseball.
Well, no one wanted to touch the circus that could have come out of him. Look, we all know he did. He knows he did. He ain't ever going to admit it. I think it'd be a lot better if he did. But come on, look at his 87, 86 rookie cards.
Right.
The dude with a toothpick. And then his head went bigger than fucking Hamburglar. Dude.
But the crazy thing is, Eric, he was still bombing 30 home runs when
No, he was. I'm not saying dude's not a Hall of Famer.
Don't get me wrong. PEDs helped Barry Bonds.
They did, but it was a level playing field back then. That's how I look at it. Look at Roger Clemens. He was one of the few, if not the only one, that took these fuckers to court and won in court and proved the other guy to be a liar.
Mm-hmm. There's very few guys from that area.
Uh-oh. Did we lose Max? He's frozen.
Never really been. But he's still being involved. As much Roger screwed more than anybody.
Yeah, I only heard part of what you said there. You're freezing out.
Screwed more than anybody. He's got to catch up, I assume. Yeah, man, I'm right here. Still here.
Oh, you're moving again. You caught up. You got Rafael Palmeiro. I think he's Hall of Famer. A-Rod.
So since we're talking, yeah, I'm caught up. I'm good.
God, who else was in there?
So
he got thrown.
Sheffield,
he got thrown into steroid stuff. Sheffield, the biggest knock I think on Sheffield is he played for so many teams. Don't matter how many teams you played on. To me, it actually makes him look a little bit better by going team to team and putting up numbers.
Yeah, numbers. Gary Sheffield has pretty good counting numbers. I think he's in the Hall of Fame. But he was also one of my favorite baseball players too. So I'm very, very fucking biased towards him. But I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
He should be.
You're right. But not being on the same team every year, that definitely hurt. I think you're right though. Him not sticking to a team for a real long period of time, that hurts his numbers, or I'm saying his Hall of Fame credentials. I think.
Yeah, and that's I think what's being held against him. But to me, it's different. You go to a team after team after team. It's kind of like you're putting up those same numbers, switching clubhouses year after year. So you got any other players?
I mean, every team, he's supposed to be a team leader.
Say what?
Strictly steroid guys. Again,
breaking up.
I say
can't hear you.
Guys I would argue for. I'm right here again. I'm gonna stop messing with other stuff. Just no more looking at stuff. I'm right here.
So what other players you got on for Hall of Fame? I mean, we can go on and on and on about Hall of Fame and Hall of Very Good.
Yeah. Just regular one. Kenny Lofton.
Who?
Kenny Lofton. Right? That's a real tough one.
All right, hold on. Let me pull him up. Let's baseball reference this fucker.
Yeah, actually, I gotta do this on my phone. Quit messing with my poor computer here.
Kenny Lofton.
Probably where
I don't know. Did he even have 2,000 hits? He had 2,400 hits.
He doesn't. Yep. See, yeah, that's not a lot of hits.
No, not for a leadoff hitter.
How many runs did he score though?
Let's see. What's his walks? 945. Runs scored. Where is that? Is that even on here? Runs 1528. I mean, he did play forever. 17. I mean, he played for 17 years. He only got 2,400 hits. He was a Gold Glover for quite a few years.
But he was a 300 hitter for at least probably 3 or 4 of those years, I would say.
I don't know. He is.
He's garbage.
Looking at Hall of Fame statistics, average Hall of Famer is 27 in batting. He's at 15. For the black ink, gray ink, 144. He's at 62. Dude's borderline to me. Were there better ones? Yes. Definitely were better ones.
There were better ones?
Well, Tim Raines, Ricky Henderson. I mean, that's and they just retired. Actually, Ricky Henderson was probably still playing when Lofton was there. So who are you comparing him to?
That's
I'm
what I
compare
mean.
him to those type of guys.
Right.
And to me, I don't think he did as much as them.
No, I think he's Hall of Very Good. I don't think he was a Hall of Famer. He was just one that gets brought up a lot for just being a tweener. I think if he would have stuck to one team for his whole career, I think he would have had a better chance. But he did bounce around a lot. 17 years, you're going to bounce around. I mean, it's almost impossible not to.
Cleveland. He did play with Cleveland for 10 of those years. Let's compare him to Tim Raines. And Tim Raines took a long while to get in.
Yeah, he got in on his last. I think didn't he get in through the Veterans Committee? I want to say. I don't know.
It took him forever, and he should have been in. So Tim Raines, if we're comparing him to him, we're looking at, in all honesty, they're very close. Tim Raines Tim Raines won 2 more championships, 1 more All-Star. If I'm just looking and comparing him to him, Kenny Lofton's in. Pull it up and look at it. You tell me.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I found my Bo Jackson notes too, so I'll split those to you here in a minute before we get off the podcast. But let's see, Kenny Lofton. He only played for 2 teams? I thought he played for more than that. All right. There's the baseball reference. He's wore 68.4 career WAR. Okay. All right. So Rock Reigns. He should just get it out just off of a nickname.
Yeah, to me, Tim Raines is the Hall of Famer. But if you go and you compare the two, Kenny Lofton's a Hall of Famer. He's that close. The biggest difference I noticed was stolen bases.
What? Oops. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Tim Raines got about a year's more of at bats, I want to say, give or take.
It wasn't that many. Look at it.
That's what I'm saying. Well, like 700.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was talking about.
Yeah, like I said, he got about a year's more of. Yeah, like 200 difference. Yeah, like I say, about 1 year, give or take. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if Tim Raines is in, Kenny Lofton's got to be in. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know where they're at on their voting for that. You know what I'm saying? Because you only get, what, 5 years to get in?
No, you get,
until you get to
the legend. Down to
10
now. It used to be 15. It's down to 10.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, they have these different committees, the era committees.
Right.
And the committees rotate around on which committee is going to get them.
Unless you, I think if you don't get a high enough percentage, you get knocked off the list too, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. If you don't get a high enough percentage, you're off.
Yeah, you're automatically off no matter what.
I think he fell off real early.
Yeah, there's somebody else who fell off really early too. I think Schilling, I want to say. That guy was such an ass. What do you think? Schilling Hall of Fame?
You know, if you're looking at nowadays metrics, I put Schilling in. You know, his political shit is his political shit. That's on him. But bloody sock, dude. Bloody sock.
Such a conspiracy on that.
To me, that puts him over. Yeah, he only had 200 wins, but that's about to be the metric.
Right. I mean, you got to look at it now. Baseball's pitched differently.
And look how many years he played on the horrible Baltimore teams. You talk about King Felix being on horrible Mariner teams.
True.
He went to Philly. Philly was better, but Philly wasn't good all the time.
No, they've been up and down. Actually, they've been shit ever since they lost to oh no, that's the Reds. Sorry. Since Toronto beat the Reds, they've pretty much sucked.
You know, I think Schilling is a name. You know, he should be in.
He deserves to be in.
He never came up with the steroid stuff. Never came up.
No, exactly. And I don't think he was a juicer anyways.
No, I mean, dude was fat. Kind of like Clemens.
Right.
If Clemens was juicing, it wasn't muscle.
Clemens got big. Clemens got a big old jowl on him. Kind of like Barry did.
Not as big as Barry ballooned better than anybody.
Yeah, like Barry just got gorilla big. You know what I'm saying? He just got huge. And see, that's what fucked it up too. if Barry would have just been a little more discreet about it, he would have got away with it. But no, he went to the extreme. He was going to be the biggest, most jack dude you've ever seen.
We're talking about different players. One of the names that, and I think he made it, maybe, Edgar Martinez.
Edgar made it on his final fucking try. He was down to like the year 10, and he finally did get in.
Dude made it. And he should be in. Dude made the DH. He didn't hit a lot of home runs. He was what? He was good
About
for 20.
Well, 15 to 20. He was more of a gap hitter, really.
Right. And to me, that's the best baseball player you want. You're going to get more gap hits and you're going to get home runs.
Exactly.
I mean, what's the record? 70 something home runs in a season out of 200
72,
hits?
I think, what Bonds hit.
Okay. That doesn't happen often. I mean,
No.
average home runs probably 35 to 40 out of 200 hits. If
Leader?
you get 200 hits, most of your hits should be gaps. Get on base. He changed.
Exactly.
He changed the DH game more than Harold Baines did, and
He
Harold
was the
Baines
first
made it.
solid.
It's to me, it's hard to be a DH.
Harold Baines is a good DH too, though.
Huh?
Oh yeah, no, I was just sitting on the bench. You go down, get some swings when your guys are on defense. You know what I'm saying? Down in a cage, but yeah, I think designated hitter would be a hard position, to be honest, because you're not really in the game. You get out there for like 3 at bats a game.
Yeah, you don't get the flow of all of it. I mean, it is different. It is harder. I don't like how they have.
I think so.
DH and DH in both leagues.
Yeah, I was not a fan of that. Because to me, baseball is the pitcher hits. Even though I've been an American League guy my whole life, baseball is the pitcher hits. That's part of the game, in my opinion. I'm a purist in that sense. I'd much rather see the pitchers hit than having DHs. Don't get me wrong. Edgar Martinez, great Mariner, but I liked the American League had no DH, but I liked at the same time the National League didn't have a DH.
Right. So we're talking about Hall of Famers. What do you think about Todd Helton getting in?
I think he deserved to be in. He was a great hitter.
They had all that knock.
I don't care about that. Yeah, I don't. You know what? If you guys have a knock on that, you shouldn't have put a fucking team there then. I mean, if that's going to be the knock,
hold on.
Or
let me pull stuff up.
or if that's the thing.
Pull up this name. Hold on here.
Okay. As you're pulling it up, if that's the thing, then no left-handed hitters, no left-handed Yankees should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm saying the ones that play in Colorado should be in. That's where they play. Like you said, you don't want them to be in. Then you should have put a team there.
Exactly.
So here's a name, and played in Colorado for only 5 years out of a 18-year career. Oh,
yeah, I think I know who you're going to pull up.
Career.
Okay,
Andres Galarraga.
Oh, that wasn't who I thought you were going with. Without looking at the county numbers, which I think his would be pretty good because he hit pretty well through his whole career, I think he deserves to be in.
All right, so his WAR is what they're going off of.
Right, that's the biggest thing. Yeah, he's not a Hall of Famer. Unfortunately.
Okay. Home runs, 399. Batting average, 288.
Right. How many hits, though?
23-33.
To be honest with you, in my opinion, I mean, I think you got to have at least 2,800. In my opinion, you got to have about 2,800 hits at least. Top of my head number to get in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I don't know.
Let's
Hall of Fames
compare
are
him.
watered. Some Hall of Fames are pretty watered down, in my opinion, too. I guess, but
Hold on. Let's compare him to Todd Helton. Because
okay,
in baseball, to me, is easy because it's stats. Football
yeah,
is
that's
all
what I mean. Yeah.
championship. All right, so WAR for Todd Helton, 61.8.
Okay, it's lower than
Todd
Kenny
Helton
Lofton.
had basically 200 more hits than Galarraga.
Okay, what's his county? What's his stats again?
Galarraga had 23-33 in hits. Helton had 25-19.
Okay,
Home runs.
how many home runs?
Galarraga, 399. Helton, 369.
Okay, and what's the batting average?
Okay, batting average, Helton, 316. Galarraga, 288.
Tim Raines has more hits than them. It has a better batting, or it has a 294 batting average. So better, not better than Helton, but he has more hits than Helton. Just throwing that out there.
But they're looking at WAR. But
Tim
okay, look
Raines'
at this
WAR
one.
was 69.
Check out this number for Galarraga. Blows Helton away by almost 100. Looks like 91. He blows them away by 91. Stolen bases. Galarraga had 128 stolen bases.
What?
He did.
That's
I mean,
insane.
you know, neither one won a championship. They both had 5 All-Stars. They both won a batting title. They each won at least 2 Gold Gloves. They both won at least 2 Silver Sluggers. Helton beat them by 1 in Gold Glove and by 2 in Silver Sluggers. And you want to throw in the Colorado factor. Todd Helton played Colorado whole career. Galarraga didn't. Dude, he played in old
Right?
Fulton County Stadium. That was not a home run haven.
No, was not.
So I'm looking at it just like I did before. If Helton's in, I think Galarraga should be in. If Tim Raines is in, Kenny Lofton should be in.
Very true. Crazy that we picked two random guys and found 2 random fucking other guys that were pretty close to the same thing. It's pretty crazy.
I mean,
here's another one. Joe Mauer. See,
I think Joe Mauer, honestly, borderline.
I think he's a Hall of Famer in my opinion. Just he was the best catcher in baseball for a decade.
Did he play that long?
Oh
As a
yeah,
catcher?
I'm pretty sure he did. He caught his whole career, did he? I don't think he ever went to the
No.
base pit.
He switched to first base, dude.
Maybe for a year or two. I'm pretty sure
No.
he caught. Oh, okay. Shit, you might be right. He's only fucking 40. Shit.
I told you. You know what'd be nice right now is if I had a beer.
Yeah, I can't help you with that, bud. Games by position.
Positions, catcher and first baseman.
Okay, but in small reference, there's one that'll tell you games by position.
Yep.
Where are you seeing the positions though?
I'm not seeing it either.
I clicked on it, but it's not showing me.
Do you have to scroll down? Because I did that too.
No. Oh, wait, maybe it just took it a minute. I don't know. All right, let's try baseball almanac.
He only played for 15 years. Catcher and first baseman.
Yeah, you got 10 years of catcher. 10 years of catcher.
Okay, so who you want to compare him with that's in the Hall of Fame?
Catcher wise?
Yeah. He played his majority of his career there.
Gary Carter.
Pudge, or don't say either Pudge
Gary
because they
Carter.
played a lot longer.
Gary Carter.
Gary Carter is a Hall of Famer. That's a good one. Good one.
Right. And I know he's a weak one too. That's why I picked him. Because in my opinion, he did not deserve to be a Hall of Famer. But I also hated that guy too, though.
Okay, so Hall of Famer Gary Carter.
Yep.
Gary Carter beats Joe Mauer in WAR games, plate appearances, home runs, RBIs, slugging percentage, championships, All-Stars, Gold Gloves. Well, they're tied, and same tied with Silver Slugger.
Wow, you must have found a good fucking comparison site there.
I did compare on the same one. Okay, Mauer's WAR 55.2.
Really?
Gary Carter 70.2. Gary Carter played for the Expos and the Mets.
Yeah, but what did he have a better career with the Expos or with the Mets? See, I was too young for that. I remember him with the Mets. I mean, I know that he did play with the Expos.
He
You're
was
right,
older
but,
with the Mets. He was definitely older with the Mets.
But he played. Did he play better with the Mets? I'm pretty sure that he did.
So I'm looking at games played. It's a 400 difference. It looks like maybe 300 something. So you're talking what, 2 seasons? Gary Carter played catcher his whole career. I mean, Joe Mauer, 143 home runs. RBI.
Okay, so as a catcher, I got him all of his catching stats. How about that?
Okay.
He played 921 of 1,526 at catcher. Let's see. Oh no, that's defensive stats, dummy. What's Gary Carter's fielding percentage? Do you know that?
Let me see if it shows it on here. Value. I'm not seeing it. Do you have it?
I can pull up the Gary Carter. Yeah, he was a 995 fielding percentage for his career. I don't know what RF would be though. Let's see here. So I'll pull it up. Well, he stolen base wise, he was stolen on attempted 364 times, and he threw out 181. So
that was Carter.
50%, give or take.
Okay.
All right, so let me pull up Gary Carter. Okay, left, and you can go bye-bye. Gary Carter. Get ball neck. There we go. What? No way. You know he's dead?
Yeah, he died. I think he had brain cancer.
Yeah, good call. I didn't know that. Yeah, like in 2012 it looked like.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I didn't know that.
Did you know Tony Gwynn died?
Yes, I knew that one. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a while ago too.
Yeah.
Kirby Puckett, he's dead.
Yep.
Hey, now your Gary Carter here played for the Giants and the Doyers as well. Just saying.
The Giants and the who?
The Doyers. Los Doyers. The Dodgers.
Oh. Sorry. Mi no habla español.
Why? Oh, wait. No, they are. Oh, and no, he did. Gary Carter played lots of different positions.
How many as a catcher?
Let's see.
You're killing my buzz, man. You're
2056
killing my
games.
buzz.
2056.
How many
And
did
Mauer
Mauer play?
played 9.
How many?
He played more games at catcher. 921.
So Carter double the amount.
Carter played as many games at catcher, or he played more games at catcher than Mauer played his career.
Exactly.
Right.
So
He played
I'm
4 more
comparing
years
those two.
too, at least.
If I'm comparing those
Yeah.
two and I could only put one in the Hall of Fame, Gary Carter's in,
But-
Mauer's
Bro, put it this way. Gary Carter only played his next highest position was right field. And of 2,272 games, he played right field 132 times. That's like 0.5%.
Look, I'm telling you, Mauer, I would not put in. I would put Galarraga in over Todd Helton.
He had 1,400 or 1,498 attempts, stolen bases, and he had 810. So he had a better percentage than Mauer throwing guys out too. But Mauer had a better fielding percentage.
Not a Mauer dude. So here's a name for you. Here's another one. And he's coming up.
Right.
He's coming up. Buster Posey.
My Buster Posey argument, without knowing a lot, same as Mauer. In my opinion, he's in because he was the best catcher for the National League. During the same time, Mauer was the best catcher in the American League.
Hold on. I'm gonna go back.
The best hitting catcher.
Mauer to Buster Posey.
I'll bet you they're pretty damn close.
Okay. So I said no to Mauer. I would say no to Posey.
Worse stats than Mauer?
Yes. Posey had like 15 home runs more than Mauer, less RBIs, less stolen bases, a lower batting average, barely, lower on base percentage, barely. But I'm just looking at the two. If Gary Carter's in and Joe Mauer's out, Buster Posey's out. They're looking at these new metrics. What did he do? He won 3 championships.
What was his WAR?
WAR less 44.8 for Posey.
Wow. But he only had a 3-year stint where he was good, right? Do you have year by year stats by chance?
The biggest difference, Posey won 3 championships. Major League Baseball Hall of Fame is not by World Series titles. That's football.
No, it's really not.
Football cares
Right.
about the championships. Major League Baseball
Right,
is
all the fucking Steelers that are in there.
hell. Fucking Posey had 1,500 hits. 1,500
That's
hits.
it? Yeah, you don't get in on 1,500 hits. You got to at least have 2,000. I mean, come on now.
You know, so yeah, that's Posey's a no for me. All right, let me pull up a couple other names here since we're on a little roll. We're on hour and 18 minutes right now.
Hey, we might have like a Joe Rogan podcast here pretty soon.
All right, so I'm looking at the 2025 BBWAA, and this is baseball projected Hall of Fame ballot.
Okay. Oh, this year? Okay.
Well, the one they'll vote, no, the one that'll go in next year. Because
Right.
this year is
The next-
Mauer,
the
Helton,
next
and
vote.
someone else.
The next like physical vote they can do, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. This is the next class in.
Right. Okay.
All right. So, top name, Billy Wagner. I say no. Hall of Very
No,
Good.
I don't think so. Yeah, well, I have to remember which closers are in, but no, I don't think he does it. No.
Dude, his WAR is 27.7.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Let's see.
You're not
What was
Mariano
his?
Rivera.
Now, he had a great ERA, 422 saves. That used to be the benchmark. But no.
There's
And
not a
it's his
lot of
last
closers
year
in the Hall of Fame. That's a
Huh?
new position kind of. There's not a lot of closers in the Hall of Fame. There's only like four relief pitchers in the Hall of Fame.
Rivera,
There's
Lee
not a lot.
Smith, Eckersley, which Eckersley was half and half.
But Eckersley was a starter.
I said Eckersley was half and half. Okay. On his 8th year on the ballot, Andrew Jones.
Hall of very good, in my opinion.
Saying
He's
the same-
got decent stats, but Hall of very good.
You know, I say the same thing, but if you compare him to some other Hall of Famers, oh, sorry, wrong dude. No, you're right. He would be Hall of very good. He did hit 434 home runs. He was great his first like 8-9 years. He was amazing.
Yeah, he was.
Then he fell off a cliff.
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, next name on the list. Carlos Beltran.
Hall of very good. He had a very good beginning to his career, and he was hot shit for a minute. And he played for a long time, but I just think Hall of very good. I don't think he was a Hall of Famer.
Okay. Let me give you some stats and see if it changes your mind. So his WAR, which that's what everybody goes by now, the stupid ass
Right, yeah,
WAR,
exactly.
70.1.
Wow.
Okay. 1582 in runs. This is where it shocked me with Beltran because dude was hurt a lot. And I would say Hall of very good as well, or good, because fucker was hurt. He got that contract and tanked. He had 2,700 hits, 2725 in hits.
Well, he played for like 17 years too. He was on the fucking Houston a couple years ago.
Let's see. He did play for 20 years. Regardless, dude he had more hits than I thought he did. Hell, he's got more home runs than I thought.
Way more.
He got 435 home runs.
That's impressive. I wouldn't have thought it would have been that many.
Okay, his RBIs 1587. Fucker had over 300 stolen bases at 312.
Yeah, I mean he was like I said, Hall of very good. Just because again with baseball you can stick around for a while and pad those fucking stats, even though you know I don't know. Hall of very good in my opinion.
No, I would say very good. So that brings up another point. So in the Hall of Fame, and this would be a whole nother discussion. In the Hall of Fame, should you be kicked out if someone else has better stats?
After you die.
I mean, because the eras change, everything changes in every sport. It does. You know, we were comparing Kenny Lofton to Tim Raines. Kenny Lofton should be in when compared to Tim Raines. But Kenny Lofton's not in. Should Tim Raines come out?
Like I said, once you die, you're out of the Hall of Fame.
Once you die. Okay, so Babe Ruth should come out?
Yeah. Well, we can have two. We have a living Hall of Fame and a dead Hall of Fame.
Oh, my God.
The old head Hall of Fame?
Okay, that's one way to look at it. So basically, Pete Rose will be in the dead Hall of Fame.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. He can't gamble anymore. So we'll just let him go into a dead people Hall of Fame.
Okay, so let's pull up. All right, number 4 on the list. This is for next year. We'll only do the top 5 that are on here. Well,
Okay.
okay, maybe 7.
Okay.
And then we'll hit another sport. Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I say yeah too.
Even though he roided most of his career, he was roided out. But again, being roided out doesn't mean A, you can hit a baseball, period. And B, to get big muscles like that, you don't just stick steroids in your fucking arm and you get big all of a sudden.
Yeah, but
you still have to put in work. With that?
A-Rod didn't get huge.
No, he didn't.
Okay, so number 5.
Okay.
Manny Ramirez.
No, because he got caught multiple times, if I'm not mistaken. See, I have that list pulled up here. Yeah, Manny got caught. So, no, I don't think Manny should be in. Don't get me wrong. Manny probably has great counting numbers. What's his WAR, though? That's the question. What's fucking Manny's WAR?
69.3.
See, that's not even that great of a WAR. But I just you got caught again with the basis of our conversation tonight. You got caught, so no, you're not in.
Okay, well now hold on. A-Rod got caught, suspended for a year.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I guess my take on that one, yeah, Alex shouldn't be in. But
see, I take the opposite way. I'm looking at it as, dude, more people were juicing than these big stars.
there's a ton more, bro. Here, how about this? I will read just the top 10 names on the list that I have right here, right? But it's by date. It's by date, so these are the first guys that popped. But still, Alex Sanchez. Do you know who that is? No.
I think it was
Augustin Montero, Jamal Strong, Warren Khan, Rafael Betancourt, Rafael Palmeiro, Ryan Franklin, Mike Morris. Fuck, a lot of Mariners. Carlos Almanzar, and Felix Heredia. So of that list, there was not one fucking home run hitter, not a home run hitter. Nobody that
I heard a couple pitchers' names.
Ryan Franklin is a pitcher. See, some of these guys I don't know, and it doesn't tell me the position. Oh yeah, it does, dummy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10 for pitchers.
That's over half the list.
Yeah.
More people were doing it than should be. Okay. Moving on to number 6 on this list. Chase Utley. Baseball's by
being on the West Coast. Right. No, let's just say being on the West Coast, I don't know. I mean, that much about. I mean, I know he was an all-star. What's his WAR though? What's his WAR before I get my answer?
I just looked at his stats and it just reaffirmed me of he's Hall of OK.
Yeah, that's kind of what that was my thought too. Honestly.
Okay. So Utley 64.5 WAR. Okay. Hits. Let's see. 1,885 hits. 259 home runs. 1,025 RBIs. He's a no.
No, not even. He was a second baseman, wasn't he?
Yes.
Even for a second baseman, no.
Okay. And this is a good one. This is a name you threw out.
I'm
Omar
sure.
Vizquel.
Okay. If it comes to on the field, Omar Vizquel is a Hall of Famer. If Ozzie Guillen is a Hall of Famer, Omar Vizquel is a Hall of Famer. The off the field stuff.
Make the Hall of Fame? You better look that
Yeah,
up.
he did.
I don't think he has.
I'm positive he did. I'm positive he did.
Show me. Don't make me pull off my
will.
list.
I will.
I don't think Ozzie Guillen made the Hall of Fame.
Ozzie.
Because you're right.
I'm sorry. Wrong Ozzie. Ozzie Smith. Excuse me. If Ozzie Smith makes the Hall of Fame, then Omar Vizquel's in the Hall of Fame, and Ozzie Smith is in the Hall of Fame.
He is. You're
Yeah.
right. He is.
Yeah. So my bad. Wrong Ozzie that I spoke on. Yeah. If Ozzie is in the Hall of Fame, I should be in the fucking Hall of Fame. That fucking scumbag.
All right. So let's compare. You got a good point, Ozzie Smith. Although he did do some great backflips. He really
Yeah.
did.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love Ozzie Smith, but in the argument, or in the debate that we're having, again, if because I'm telling you, Omar Vizquel is going to have better stats than Ozzie Guillen. Most of them, I would say.
Okay, so WAR, Ozzie Smith 76.9, Vizquel 45.6. And Vizquel did play on some shit ass teams.
Oh yeah. Vizquel played for the Mariners in the beginning of his career, for crying out loud.
He did. So I'm trying to see. I see your point, and I agree with you. I'm looking at these stats. Baseball is a stat Hall of Fame. Ozzie Smith is in the Hall of Fame. Omar Vizquel should be in the Hall of Fame.
Right, because he's, like I said, yeah, he's got better stats than Ozzie Smith.
He does. He has maybe 3
how many years
of plate appearance of games on Ozzie.
Really? Because Ozzie played 19 years.
Who did?
Ozzie Smith.
Well,
played
Vizquel
19 years.
Years too.
And Ozzie played most of the games too.
So there's 4 offensive stats where Ozzie beat Omar. WAR, which he almost doubled. Stolen bases, 580 for Ozzie, 404 to Vizquel.
Way more than I thought he had.
Both
way closer than that stat. No, I knew Ozzie Smith stole a lot of bases.
Yo,
Don't you remember RBI baseball? Shit. Him and fucking Vince Coleman on the same team and Rock Reigns. That was a great squad.
So on base percentage, Ozzie Smith 337, Vizquel 336. He beat him by 1 point. By
I figured
0.001 point.
Right.
And then OPS plus is 87 to 82. So Ozzie Smith is in.
OPS plus is what? On base percentage and what? What is
OPS plus?
Yeah, what is that? Do you know?
On base percentage, slugging plus some shit.
Exactly. See, I don't know. I don't know. See, I don't even know. I understand what WAR is, but I don't even know what goes into WAR.
Now, where they may have made where Ozzie probably takes it, Ozzie did win a championship, but baseball is not about the championships. All-Star games, 15-3.
Yeah, because Vizquel
did play in the same time Cal Ripken played.
That's what I'm saying. He had Cal. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then once Cal got old, you had fucking Derek Jeter and Alex Rodriguez.
You're right. So Ozzie's in, so Vizquel should be in.
I think so too. Like I said, though, he's got all that off the field shit, which sucks.
Okay, let's do 8, 9, and 10 real quick, and then we'll try to hit another sport.
All right.
Okay. Number 8. Bobby Abreu.
All very good.
I agree. Okay, number 9.
Good.
Jimmy Rollins.
All very good. Actually, all good. Not even very good. Just all good.
Okay, last one we'll hit in baseball. Andy Pettitte.
So again, we're going back to steroids never happen, right? Steroids are something that never happened, right?
Hey, I know he got busted,
I'm just saying for the sake of our argument, steroids don't weapon, right?
Right.
This is just your merits
Right.
on the field. Merits
Sure,
on the
go ahead.
field, yes. Andy Pettit is a Hall of Famer.
By new metrics, I believe yes. Now, I want to say
Andy Pettit was fucking money in the postseason, though, too.
that's what I was about to say. He was Mr. Playoff. But you look at his regular season stats, and I'm just looking at regular season.
Yeah.
He only had 256 wins. His ERA was below 4 barely. Let's look at his strikeouts.
Probably a decent amount.
2,400 strikeouts.
Yeah, decent. I
But
think Felix
I would say
Felix
he's
is right around
borderline.
25.
He's definitely borderline. But Mr. Playoff, as a pitcher, to me in baseball, puts him over.
Yeah, I think definitely playoffs is what's going to put him over. Because yeah, he wasn't the greatest. I mean, he had a couple of Cy Young type seasons, but I don't think he won a Cy Young either. Which I think that, in my opinion, that hurts his Cy Young or his Hall of Fame credentials, not having a Cy Young.
I mean, you look at new metrics. Fucker's in the Hall of Fame. 256 wins. That's apparently going to be the new standard.
Right. So what about Doc Gooden? Just throwing one, just a random one.
No.
Doc Gooden.
Hall of okay. Maybe
Not
good.
long enough. Not long enough. Prime. Well, too much cocaine, really.
Cocaine and injuries.
Yeah. I was so happy to see that he got his a no-hitter, though. Honestly, I was very happy to see that. Especially for a guy who did have
let's end this
some of the
episode.
problems.
We'll do another one here in a few minutes.